Hello, welcome to the Nautilus Project Podcast. This is a series of talks that we're bringing you in collaboration with the Nautilus Project to find out everything there is to know about what they are doing and how right here in Gibraltar. I'm very happy to be joined by co-founder of the Nautilus Project, Luis Tanieto, who's just going to explain a little bit more about what you can expect in these podcasts. Thanks for joining me, Luis. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Thanks for having me, Michelle. As a marine conservation NGO based in Gibraltar, the Nautilus Project does a lot of work educating and also researching a lot of the climate issues that affect us and how they affect the marine environment. And the purpose of the podcast is really to connect with experts around the world who specialize in very key areas to do with climate change and conservation, to allow them to explain why the work that they do is so important in maintaining our oceans.
Well, I'm really excited to get going with this. Thank you guys for watching and for listening on all the podcast platforms. We're also going to be coming at you via the Nautilus Project podcast on YouTube and on the Sofa with Rouge on YouTube too. So stay tuned. We're going to be telling you a lot more, everything you need to know. Hi, welcome to the Nautilus Podcast. This is a brand new experience for all the Nautilus lovers out there who are right behind this fantastic NGO here in Gibraltar. So we're going to find out everything there is to find out about the Nautilus Project from the youth. This is what we want. We want to educate the youth so that our environment is conserved and our coastlines. And we have two fantastic young mentors of the project. They are helping with all the summer camps this summer here in Gibraltar. I'm going to speak to Alex Sanchez-Soisa and Mikey Ruggieroni, who are going to tell us a little bit more about why they're involved in the Nautilus Project. So good afternoon to you both. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to know everything about the Nautilus. So Alex, let's start with you. What is your role and why are you involved with the Nautilus?
Okay, so I am the Nautilus Summer Youth Leader, and we do a wide variety of things. I couldn't tell you everything because it's always unpredictable. So some of the stuff we do are beach cleans.
Okay.
We do snorkeling trips to Roja, where we take the kids actually into the water to see the animals. We have the beach talks as well, where we'll actually bring out the animals to teach them about them. We've got talks in schools, summer camps, and oil spills on occasion.
Wow. And I've been hearing that you've been clearing up some seaweed at the moment as well, trying to help because there's some Japanese seaweed in our waters. How important is the Nautilus Project to you, Alex?
So to me, I feel it's very important because it's helping Gibraltar's coastline, and I think it improves everyone's lives in a kind of way because the ocean's not as dirty. We'll be able to have more marine life, so it's better for us.
Okay. And Mikey, from an environmental point of view, how important is it for you to be involved in this project?
I think it's incredibly important, especially in a place like Gib. Marine conservation is a very important thing. Essentially, we have to protect our coastline. It's in a very, very fragile environment, especially in a small place like Gibraltar, and especially when construction in Gibraltar is a major thing. For example, in Caleta, there's the reclamation, which is going to completely destroy that environment or going to do severe damage to it.
And why did you feel that you wanted to get involved in the Nautilus?
Well, I thought it would help out with my degree and my schoolwork initially. However, after joining, just seeing the impact that we've had over the last 4 years that I've been a part of the project, I feel like we've done some really, really good things to Gib, some really, really improvements to the environment. And, you know, especially from a community aspect, I've made some of my closest friends through the Nautilus Project. So I think socially, it's been quite a good experience as well.
And tell me some of the things that you have changed since you have started working for the Nautilus.
That's quite hard because a lot of stuff has changed. I feel like I've become more environmentally aware than I was.
Okay.
Especially considering, things like recycling, things like all that. I don't want to harpoon on recycling because I feel like that's obvious to a lot of people. But just looking at animals in a snorkeling environment, I feel like that's really breathtaking.
Okay.
And that has changed the way I see the sea and the environment, especially in Gib.
Okay, let's ask Alex now. Alex, what, in your opinion, is one of the most important projects that you have been working on?
So I think I can't go too much into detail in it because I don't know too much about it, but I think one of the most important ones so far is the seagrass one. We've just started this year. Okay,
so tell us a little bit about that in case people don't know about the seagrass project.
So the seagrass project, we have a small porta cabin and we've set up a lot of tanks. We've just, some of the employees picked up the sand, some of my colleagues, and we've now filled that in. We've got filters in that light, and now we're just waiting to go and pick up the seagrass to bring them back, to grow them, and eventually put them back into Gibraltar where we can grow them.
So you are growing seagrass artificially outside the sea to be able to replant into the sea. What does the seagrass actually do? How is it going to help our environment?
So I don't know too much about it, but I know that hopefully it will create more habitats, which means hopefully more species will be able to come and survive. So the seahorses, for example, there's only a couple left in Gibraltar and Roja Bay. Hopefully they will be able to live in the seagrass habitat, and we will have more seahorses.
I mean, it sounds incredible that that is happening and you're able to do that. Are you actually involved in growing the seagrass?
I think we all will be involved in growing the seagrass, yes.
Okay, wow, I look forward to seeing that. Tell me something else, Mikey, for example, something else that you particularly find important about your work. I know you get up every morning really raring to go. And I've arrived today, and it's been really nice to see a few of the people who are on their way out. But everybody, it's a very happy environment to work in.
Do
you agree with that?
I do, and I feel like the best thing about this job is that every day is different. Throughout the whole course of the week, we won't be doing the same task twice, which I think, keeps you on your toes. It's exciting.
Yes.
And again, it all benefits not only the community here, but also the surrounding waters. And like I said before, the social aspect have become really close.
And how important is it, do you think, to educate young people?
Really important. I feel like they're the future. They will be making the decisions. They will be our politicians, our government, really. And I think educating them into, helping protect the environment, I feel it's going to be really important for the future.
Okay. And what is your favorite thing, Alex?
Of the Nautilus Project?
Yeah. I mean, you've been here from the beginning. Your mum and Lewis are running it. So apart from that, how important and what do you enjoy the most about the projects?
I think what I enjoy the most is the friendships that you make with unexpected people. Sometimes it's people you don't really hang out with or people you don't really know, and it brings you like a whole lot closer together. And the looks on the youth's faces when they come to the snorkeling trips.
You do put out a lot of pictures on your social media,
and
you have a lot of children just looking up at you. And I was actually speaking to a parent the other day who said my child came home and couldn't believe they'd seen a starfish, they'd seen real marine creatures and learnt about them. They were. So is that part of your job as well, to teach children about?
So for us, I think, for me at least, it's a great achievement because I think most of the time, if not all the time, everyone always leaves really happy.
Yeah.
Everyone always leaves really excited. They've learnt about animals they might not have been able to learn about as much in depth, or they've seen animals that you wouldn't really see, because sometimes we find some that are hidden that isn't really easy to find. So I think that for me is one of my favorite parts of the job.
And you're studying to become a marine biologist.
Yeah.
What has inspired you to study that?
My stepdad, Lewis. From a young age, he used to take me snorkeling, and that under the ocean, it's like a whole different world. So it opened up a whole lot of things to me. So from there, I started picking it up more and more, and I really enjoyed it.
And eventually, you'd like to come back once you're a qualified marine biologist and keep going, I hope.
Yes, I do.
Good. Mikey, you're studying geography.
I am.
Yeah. What made you want to study geography, and how can you include that in the Nautilus Project with your work?
I wanted to study it just not only for the environmental aspect, but I was really, really interested in looking not only how a place affects us, but how we affect place. I think that's really, really interesting, the human impact that we have on the planet. And the Nautilus has helped me really see how building in the sea has destroyed habits to a certain extent, but has really impacted the way the ecosystem works in the ocean, the sea here. But I feel like, in addition, just being underwater and looking at all the animals really is breathtaking. It is such a surreal experience. And
so your geography degree, do you think is applicable with the environment, the fact that you're studying?
Yeah, 100%, especially in the biology aspect of geography, as Alex has said. Looking at how ecosystems work, how we can protect them is really, really interesting.
I think it's really, really encouraging to see two young men like yourselves, so full of praise for the project and enjoying it so much and wanting to change the world. It's really important that there are more people like you. I just want to say thank you so much for chatting to me. And just so you know, we've got quite a few more episodes of the Nautilus Project Podcast coming up. So stay tuned to your social media and enjoy them. And thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for joining us today on the Nautilus Project Podcast. Here in Gibraltar, at the gateway between the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, we're proud to keep exploring, learning, and protecting the marine world that connects us all. If you've enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, share the podcast, and leave us a review. It really helps more ocean-minded people find us. You can also follow our work from citizen science initiatives to seagrass restoration by visiting our website or connecting with us on social media. Together, we can inspire change and safeguard our blue planet one story at a time. Until next time, keep curious, keep connected, and keep making waves for the ocean.